Hi guys, so I know this vlog is like extremely late. I mean, it's been almost a week because tomorrow is the next episode. I mean, the new episode of Vampire Diaries. But yeah, I ended up watching it late because I was busy and finally watched it. Didn't get around to recording this vlog. Was torn between writing a blog and recording this vlog and doing screen caps. But since I ended up like doing this so late, no screen caps and no blog. Just this vlog is going on. Maybe for tomorrow's episode I might do some screen caps and stuff. But for last week's episode, that's not gonna happen. I'm just going to talk about the highlights of the episode. First of all, I love Stefan and Rebecca together. Um, I'm not sure if I've voiced that opinion before, but I think I never thought about it because anytime I thought of anybody else getting with Stefan, um, Rebecca was always like out of the picture. But then now that I think about it, they would be good together. I mean, they were together before and they kind of really have stuff in common. Um, the only other person I thought about was like Caroline and Stefan, but that's like a pipe dream because yeah, I kind of like reserve Caroline for Klaus, even though she's with Tyler, but I think Caroline and Klaus are really cute. Don't know if that will ever happen, but I know that Klaus has a heart for her, and Caroline might like him a little bit. Let's see, Elena. Yeah, I have a little list here of things that stood out for me in the episode, so I'm just going by the list so that I don't forget anything. Let's see, we have yeah, Eleanor's plan for Jeremy killing Klaus to complete his hunter mark was a really good idea. Um, just because I'm giving her props right now does not mean I'm liking Elena. I'm still saying bun Elena for all those non-Jamaican people who might end up watching this. Um, bun Elena. How do I explain what that means now? It just means that I still dislike her and I don't want to say I hope bad things happen to her, but just accommodate her, okay? She can just go and go and have a seat, go and have a pre-assigned seat, and I don't really care what she wants to do with her life, okay? Just don't come and hurt Stefan again, okay? Let's see now. Um, Bunny and her expressionism, that's another thing. I mentioned that last week. Um, was it last week or was it before that? The last vlog I did on Vampire Diaries, I mentioned that I'm loving Bunny and her new witchy juju with her expressionism. I'm calling her expressionism Bunny. For some reason I can't say that word properly, but anyways, expressionism Bunny. Loving her, loving it. Cole couldn't come and strangle her and get her with that. Made him go on his knees and beg like a little doggy. Okay. Um, next thing on the list, we got, yeah, okay. Now, just like how I said, Bun Elena a while ago, I was like so pissed when she is on the phone telling Stefan what Rebecca deserves. Now, who is she to talk about what Rebecca deserves? She cannot speak about what Rebecca deserves, okay? She should not speak about that. Bun Elena, bun her, okay? Next thing on this, yeah. So, I've mentioned that I admin a group on Facebook and I put it in. I'm going to link it again in the comments. In the description of this video. Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries Jamaica, it's on Facebook. Um, yeah, so some of the group members were saying, speaking about cool and how they like cool and all these things. So it's made me think, do I like cool? Um, After watching this episode another time, even the first time, I started to like Cole in this episode for some strange reason. I don't know why, but I started to like him. Um, which is bad for me because no, he died in this episode, so there's no more Cole unless somebody have a dream about him or something. Yeah, so just for those people, I'm going to say yes, I do like Cole. Hopes he didn't die, but he had to die because it was just necessary for the storyline. Another thing that stood out was when Klaus asked Damon how he got Elena to forgive him. No, you could just see the transition from um so-called evil Klaus or whatever to sincere Klaus. Like you could just see the sincerity when he asked Damon, no, really, what did he say to her? And when he went like that, I mean, I love Klaus from a long time, but when he did that, I just felt my heart just, it was just so adorable. And I was like, oh gosh, Klaus really, really cares about Carla, and like I knew that he liked her, and he somewhat cared about her, but no, it's like, I think it turned up. Like, non-Jamaican people just mean that it's heightened, as Stefan would say. His feelings for Caroline have heightened, or maybe it was always like that, but he was acting like it wasn't. But yeah, I think, in my opinion, it went up a little more. I knew it was there, you know, but I think it went up a little more, you know. Next thing on the list, right. So coming up for those lovey-dovey feelings and going to Damon now. When Damon said that he's the bad guy because he had to fill the bad guy role, right? I'm like, Damon, please. Somebody has to fill the bad boy role so that things get done. Listen to me. That is a load of crock. You want to know why that is a load of crock? Because Damon did bad boy things multiple times when it had no kind of waiting on getting things done. There was nothing to get done. He just became the bad boy because he wanted to, or because somebody upset him, or yada yada yada. Okay, now I love you, Damon, but come on, don't come with that excuse for being a bad boy. Okay, you're just a bad boy in general, right? He's always just been this bad boy. So don't come and try to like mark it off on because you need to get stuff done. Yes, he does. He's a bad boy sometimes to get stuff done, but all the time that's not true because sometimes he's a bad boy just because he wants to be the bad boy. Okay. Let's see now. Yeah, I think Elena is, well, some people would argue that she was always dense, but I always rated her for holding on to her morals. But in this episode, I'm referring to this episode, she was really dense when she somehow thought that Cole did not pick up on what she was doing. The man picked up on her from a long time because it was just like written all over her face that she was trying to trick him, right? And you know what? Actually, this is how she go on anytime she's trying to trick somebody. Anytime she's trying to trick somebody, she always underestimating people, and then that is how come she gets in trouble and everybody has to go and save her and whatever. But I guess I can't blame her for being dense. I mean, she was born that way, whatever. In terms of not even close. Why am I saying close? In terms of Cole and his whole theory on Silas because of the witches he was running with, I think, alright, I haven't really thought it through 100%, but so far I think he, let me think. I'm about 80% sure that he's right about the whole, about Silas going to unleash hell on earth. Like 80% sure. I would say 90%, 99%. I say 80%. Um, Next thing I want to discuss. Yeah, when Klaus spoke about um Damon not being able to overcome compulsion for Elena, I was like, yes. I mean, I was thinking, I thought the exact same. I'm being redundant. I thought the same thing. Okay, I thought the same thing. Stefan overcame compulsion. That is how much he loved Elena. Okay. Now, anybody who ever talk about um Stefan not loving Elena as much as Damon need to go and hold a seat, okay? They need to go and hold a seat. I'm not going to say that Stefan love Elena more than Damon, okay? I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is nobody should say that Damon loved Elena more than Stefan loved Elena, okay? They probably loved her on the same level. And if anybody loved her more, I would have go to Stefan because he valued her opinion and her what her needs were and her headspace more than Damon. Damon love her, but he think more on a scale where he can't live without her. Not about what she's thinking, right? And the fact that Stefan overcame compulsion, I should have put that in one of my arguments because I knew about it, but I didn't mention it, right? But I should have put that in one of my arguments towards those Stelina bashers that are all over Tumblr and all of that, right? But yes, even closer, has the right thing in his head about the love that Stefan has for Elena. And I'm getting off and rambling here. I always get off and ramble about Stelina and Elena because Jano, I swear that Julie Plec is trying to make people get crazy. But anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of the people in the show are for Stelina. We're not even that because sometimes it seems to be divided, but at least my man Klaus and Caroline think the same thing, even though both of them are like which word should I use to say, damaged characters in some way, but both of them ship Stelina supposedly. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but I do think that I'm still a Stelina shipper. I mean, if I think about it in past seasons, yes, as a Stelina shipper, but no, since the whole breakup, I'm not sure if you'd call me a Stelina shipper because I'm not sure how much I care about them getting back together because I'm so pissed at the way how Elena dealt with it. But anyway, on to the next point because I don't want this video to get like seriously stretched out. I found it hilarious when Cole was there trying to chop off Jeremy's arm. The man was like, this was the man. I'll chop off both to be safe because he don't know which arm it was, and I was like dying. I mean, it was just a little joke, but I was dying. And there's what else? Yeah, when Klaus found out that Cole was dead, yeah, I didn't know that he in terms of finding the cure, I didn't know. I knew that he didn't want it for the hybrids, because I know that he kind of gets over the whole hybrid thing, but I didn't know that he wanted to actually destroy the cure. I think I'm losing my touch. You know what? It's not that I'm losing my touch. I think the whole love triangle, love hexagon, circle, straight line, whatever, yeah, just skewed my mind, and I've just been like so enraged that I've been able to like think about, conceptualize and really logic out everything that's going on in the show as much as before. Um yeah, because of that I've just been so enraged, but like this episode really made me, you know, slightly go back to thinking about everything. Um Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to deal with Klaus when the whole new moon is like over and the 3 days are gone. Like, hopefully they get through all of what they have to get through. But even if they get the cure and all of that, right? When the new moon is up and everybody's a human, how are they going to deal with Klaus? They would have to somehow give him the cure too. And then, aside from that, I just know that there's going to be like a whole host of trouble with the whole Silas thing. And yeah, Elena, again, every time I talk about this girl I get enraged. Why does she feel she can give Stefan a look when Damon tells her that Stefan slept with Elena? Stefan slept with Becca. Can she give anybody a look? She slept with the man's brother. Okay? How is she going to give Stefan a look for sleeping with Rebecca? Even if we were supposed to take the stance that that was messed up, isn't she more messed up for sleeping with Damon, who is Stefan's brother, than Stefan is for sleeping with Rebecca, who has no relation to him whatsoever? I mean, come on. No, well, no relation to her, then. Seriously? I was like, how dare she give him a look? She shouldn't have a look on her face. She should just take it and be there. She don't have the right to have a look on her face. What? Oh, she just makes me so upset. Like, seriously? The last thing I have to talk about now is Jeremy. Jeremy. I know that that boy is supposed to be like really young. These people are trying to make me into an infant killer. I mean, come on. They had to make him rip off his shirt in Hulk Hogan style. And of course he has perfectly chiseled abdominals as we have been seeing. Right? I mean, Jano. Jeremy, go on do your thing. Go on do your thing. Bunny should tap that. Yeah. So, that's it. This video has been really stretched out and long. I hope you guys will fall asleep watching it because it's so long. But I had to get out, I had to get out. And yeah, till tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to vlog it or blog it or both. Anyway, you guys please check out the description. If you have seen this video on another site except for Facebook, please, except for YouTube, please watch the link on YouTube so you can check out the description and request to join Vampire Diaries Jamaica. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, all those who have watched, and till next time, bye.